That was rough. Night one, rough. The coyotes were just going absolutely crazy last night, multiple times throughout the night. I could hear people screaming, which is really odd because there's not very many neighbors around here. It sounded like they were a decent ways away, but it was just it was eerie. Um, Birds, all kinds of noises I'm not used to. I did have my AirPods in just to try to drown out some of the sound while listening to a documentary, but yeah, I got a couple hours sleep tops. Making a cup of coffee right now, and then on to today's chores. I have a vacation day from work today, so I need to finish getting my shower set up, test that out, and make my washing machine and hang my clothes dry line, and then do another row or two of trees in the blueberry bushes. Really need to be able to not having electricity, obviously. Best way I can think of to dry the clothes that I need to wash is by having a clothesline and letting the wind and some sun do its job. So I have a clothesline rope here I got from Amazon that we're going to set up. I only plan on really doing laundry like once a week, so I don't want I want this to be able to come down and go up easy. I don't want to leave it up when I'm not using it. It's kind of an eyesore. Really weird when it comes to like the aesthetics of the farm, and I just feel like this will not look awesome. So yeah, let's get it mounted if I can get this rope undone. That's long. Alright, grab a pair of scissors, trim that up, tie that a little bit better, and got a clothesline. It is shaping up to be an absolutely beautiful day. What I have here is going to be what I'm going to use to wash my clothes. So one bucket will have detergent in it, and the other bucket will simply be a rinse. And then I have a black lid to let me know that this is my detergent bucket. And drill this hole. Whoop. Hope that the plunger goes through. Oh no, it doesn't. All right, so we're going to need a slightly bigger than 3/4. I'll be right back. Let's give 1 1/8 inch a try. But yeah, black is so I know that it's the wash bucket. Oh no. Well, that's not as clean as I had wanted. Save you the trouble, but okay. So that one fits. Woohoo! They essentially go up and down like that. Not essentially, you go up and down like that to clean. So let's do the white one. I'm gonna try it from the back side this time. Much cleaner. Woohoo! All right, let's put some water in there and some detergent, clothes washed. Not sure how much soap to use, so I'm going to pick the small line. I feel like that might be overkill. And pour in 3 gallons of water. I'm going to put more in the rinse bucket than I did the wash bucket, just because I feel like it's going to be very important to get it rinsed. And I have a polo, some boxers, t-shirt, and the black North Face hoodie I was wearing last night. Pop this lid on. And I'm gonna go probably up and down for about 5 minutes. I won't bore you with that part. I'm going at it for about 5 minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Try to wring out as much of the soap as possible. And I'll be able to tell on this shirt I had some chocolates or some kind of something get on it. I'll be curious to see if that is gone once it dries up. I would like to wear this shirt tomorrow. It's kind of like my Monday/Tuesday shirt. The water definitely is not clear. It's I mean, obviously from the soap, but it looks kind of dirty, to be completely frank. And let's give it a rinse. There we go. Some more water in that one. I definitely think that will be the ticket. I only have about 5 gallons of clean water built up so far. Touched on this a little bit yesterday, but I'm quickly realizing how much work this actually is to not have electricity. Like, I thought I knew what I expected or what I was getting into, but this is quite a bit actually. And I really don't want to stretch this out. I didn't want to bore you with me hanging all the clothes up, but there they are, and I was able to get a little more tension on the line, and everything dried really nice. You'll see that later on in the video. This is what the wash water looked like after the clothes, and then I did a few towels off camera that I was using to wipe pans out and stuff. But oh, there's still one in there actually. Yeah, pretty gross, huh? I'd say it worked. The wind has picked up pretty heavy. There's no rain in the forecast for the next couple of days. I think just to be able to sleep, because I'm going to go nuts with the flapping of the tent, I'm going to take the tent down. Vacation days coming close to an end. Tomorrow, first day back at work while living out here. And I need to shower. So what we are going to do is take a couple adapters. We have a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch, and then a 3/4 inch to a 1/2 inch, which goes in the end of the garden hose. And then we have a 1/4 inch to a 1/4 inch hose barb. And if you haven't figured it out by now, we're going to use a 2-gallon weed sprayer. No chemicals have ever been ran through it. And we'll put our bathing water in there. and pump it up, and that is what I will be showering with. So once I get this together, I'll give you guys a little preview of how well it works. It isn't like mega pressure or anything, but it's good enough to get me clean and not have me stinking, especially when I go into the office. So, cheap, easy. I know a lot of people built these and use these. Sorry about the AirPods also, but it's so dang windy. I'm wearing them to try to cut down on some of the noise, and I hope it is cut down. Otherwise the audio is going to be crap with where I have the camera. So, got some work done so far out in the field. And then I had to run home and get the wife's package that got delivered a day late, and with them gone, couldn't let it sit. So while I was there, use that opportunity to quick shave and take one more real world shower. Get this channel lock so I'm not using the handle, twisting it. Want it nice and tight so you don't have any water leaking out or air leaking out. Get as much pressure as possible. One thing I did forget is a hose clamp right here. I'm hoping that when I hit pause on this and go look in the barn that there's one in there that I can grab. If not, hopefully it lasts, otherwise it's gonna be a crappy shower tomorrow. Boom. Let's see if we'll get lucky with the hose barb. No dice on the hose clamp, but I got it all together, and let's watch it spray. Whoa! Yeah, we got water. All right, this is how I'll be showering. While I'm out here in the field cutting trees down, I wanted to expand on something a little bit. I'm not actually cutting them down all the way to the base, because these maples and oak, if I did that, you're gonna have 1,000 little shoots everywhere. It's gonna stimulate more growth actually. So what I'm actually doing is cutting it, I'm topping it essentially, leaving a couple feet on there. Then in the fall, we will come down, chop it to the base, and then put our natural stump killer on it. And for the bigger ones, I actually take a Sawzall with a wood blade, rip it right down to nothing, drill a bunch of holes in it, and then put the stump killer in. Now we had this under control, and it was a yearly chore that we had to do. And part of what helps with that is, unlike most blueberry fields, we're not just one giant open field. We love the aesthetics of it, and we've kept all the timber around. But that timber carries seeds, and the seeds get in here. And any of the fields that are by trees like this, we have this issue. So yeah, just wanted to hit on that a little bit more. Woohoo! I was worried when I first hung them up that they weren't going to dry due to how wet they were, but this wind has been amazing. And here we go. Ooh, look at those boxers. Everything is looking nice and clean. And this shirt had a stain near where my hand is at, and no more stain. They smell amazing. So yeah, success when it comes to the laundry. I was really worried about that, but now that I know I can wash my clothes and not stink like a campfire at the office, it's good. So awesome progress. Get this stuff put away, and then my last chore of the day is picking blueberries. So every day that I'm out here, I'm going to pick at least 5 pounds so we can put that in the freezer at home and use that for wine and cider and other recipes here in the future. So I'll probably collect roughly 5 days worth, or 25 pounds, keep them in the shade, and then bring them home and pop them in the freezer. All right. Woo! Thankfully the wind's a little calmer out here and the blueberries are plentiful. I was able to get our 5-pound quota in no time flat. Oh man, these things are looking good. Crazy to think that these have not been taken care of in the past 3 years. They look amazing. One of the better yields I've seen in quite some time. We didn't supplement with bees, no spraying, no watering, nothing. and it just kind of shows how resilient these are. And I'm curious to see what we can do with them in the coming years. AirPods again, because it's just so windy out. That's all the camera would be able to pick up. But it's been kind of weird. I've been able to talk to my son and wife through FaceTime, and we've chatted a few times today, but not seeing them in person, not holding him or feeling their presence. I don't want to say I'm getting lonely already, but I mean, I miss him, obviously. And this is going to be the longest that we've ever been apart as a family. I think it's going to be the longest my wife and I have ever been apart since we've, been together. But also out here, there's no one to talk to. I have my thoughts. I'm listening to a lot of podcasts. I have a really cool gardening book in the tent that I'm going to read after I get done editing today's video. But yeah, I don't want to say I'm feeling isolated. I'm going to go back into work tomorrow. I'll be talking to people for 10, 11 hours straight, and I'll do it the next day. We have a fun activity planned for Friday for some of our managers, and then Saturday is a charity golf outing that the company does every year also, and can't wait for that. But yeah, it's different not being around your family the entire time. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I'm cooking the exact same thing. I love using bacon as like a cooking spray in a sense in the pan. I add a little bit of butter just for flavor. Got some awesome potatoes and our asparagus, and then the 8 ounces of top sirloin. That kind of mushes up and it makes like a kind of like a fajita, or I don't know. It's just kind of like a goulash in a sense. Man, I'm struggling to come up with the word that I'm thinking, but it tastes really good. So I'm gonna have it again. I think this is all I'm gonna film for the night. Tomorrow, like I said, back to work, and then when I get out, cooking, cutting more trees, and just trying to get this thing back in shape. This is a lot of work. Washing my clothes today, making the shower. I'm really curious to see how the shower goes tomorrow, but I think we take for granted all the luxuries that we have in our house with running water, electricity, washing machines, cars, etc. It's pretty cool, and I can't wait to see what the next 28 days bring. Thanks.